Alright guys, welcome back. This is Chapter 6 of The Last Kids on Earth. Chapter 6. I figure there are two types of people in this world. The first, people who think living in an abandoned, post-apocalyptic world would be awesome.
Anarchy rules!
The second, normal folks who think that people in the first group are clinically insane. Quint is definitely type numero uno. Every day he's up at the crack of dawn, quote, doing research. He says we need to document the end of the world properly, like scientists. You want to play frisbee? No. You want to hop in Big Mama and cruise for monsters? No. You want to sit around all day and be a big dork? Yes. See, this is what I deal with. On the plus side, Quint is a big fan of my photos. For science, he says. I don't think he quite gets the art of it, he just says they're really helpful with the whole studying the monsters process. Me, I'm less into studying the monsters and more into, destroying the horrible monsters that have taken over the world. But whatever, different strokes for different dorks. The problem is that all this research keeps reminding me that it's butt-clenchingly scary out there. And when something is butt-clenchingly scary, it's natural to want to avoid it. Maybe that's why I haven't gone back out to look for June in 2 days. So tomorrow, I'm changing that. Tomorrow, I'm going to be all Liam Neeson-y, like, "What's up, zombies? Hand over my friend June!" Tomorrow, bright and early, we're scouring this town for June. Not just the school, and not just her home. Everywhere. No building unexplored. No spot unsearched. Rise and shine, Brainy. It's 6:45 in the morning, and I'm guzzling a warm cherry Pepsi, trying to put a little pep in my system. I give Quint a gentle kick to the side. He groans, groggy, looks up, and mutters, Santa? Quint, I say, I need to complete my ultimate feat of apocalyptic success. Find and, if necessary, which it totally will be, rescue June Del Toro. Quint grunts, climbs out of his sleeping bag, and shuffles over to our little bathroom. The bathroom is just a bucket on the side of the treehouse. We have a rule. No one looks at what the other person is doing. You wouldn't think that would need to be a rule, but, well, Quint is odd, and stuff like this kept happening. So what you thinking, hot dogs for dinner? Dude! Quint has another weird habit. He always talks while he's out there on the bathroom bucket. Today he says, before we go driving anywhere, we need gasoline. See, we've been using gasoline by the gallon full to run the generator for the Xbox, and the toaster oven, and the RC helicopter, and the massage chair, and the Christmas lights, and all that jazz. I had what I thought was a brilliant plan to get us some easy electricity. You know those wheels that mice run on in labs and junk? Well, I was going to grab a treadmill from the high school gym and zombie power. Quint said that the idea was, and I quote, so dumb, Jack, I'm not sure how anyone who would propose such an idea even manages to get dressed in the morning. I said, whatever, and I pointed out that his pants were on backwards. Anyway, I agreed to get the gasoline. No choice, only way to find June. I suit up, down another cherry Pepsi, and embark on Operation Jack Gets Gas. And note, maybe get a new name for this op. We've drained every nearby car, so I'm forced to venture further. Apocalyptic morning stroll. Look, I've missed out on a lot of things in my life. Big birthday bashes, trips to Disney, inside jokes, being part of a clique at school. I didn't get that stuff. I know that, but for the most part it's all good. Do you know why it's all good? It's all good because there's a feeling you get when you're walking through a post-apocalyptic wasteland, and your weapon rests on your shoulder the way a longsword might have rested on the armored shoulder of King Arthur. And man, it is a freaking killer feeling. And that feeling, that freedom, that total independence, I don't know if I'd trade it for 1,000 trips to Disney World, or Disneyland, or Disney Town, or Yankee Stadium, or Big Earl's Petting Zoo, or wherever it is parents take kids. I mean, the sound stops me dead in my tracks. The monster blarg, and he's close. I tiptoe to the nearest house and peer around the side, past a bunch of overgrown bushes. The roar sounded closer. A trellis runs up the side of the house, covered in wild plant life. Slowly, I climb up to the roof for a better view. I spot Blarg's thick armored hide, tentacle-covered back, and bug-eyed face rising above a big house a few blocks south. I watch as Blarg bends down, disappears behind the house for a moment, then comes back up, holding a zombie. He stares at it. I gulp. Gulp. Could it be? Does Blarg think that zombie is me? Finally, Blarg's face gets tight, like he's ticked off. He roars and shoves the undead thing into his mouth. As he chews, the sound of the poor zombie's snapping bones echoes across the empty suburban streets. My blood runs cold. I can barely breathe. I can't even think of something sarcastic to say. I put my head down and I lie on the roof. I wait a long, long time before I move again. It's nearly noon when I'm finally sure Blarg is gone and I climb back down the trellis. Now, find the gas. No delays, and hopefully no Blarg. 7 blocks from the treehouse, I spot a minivan. Perfect. The gas cap needs to be popped from the inside. I try the door. Lock. I step away, cock back the Louisville slicer, and crack! Shatter the window. I pop the lock. Inside the car, something catches my eye. A sun-bleached photo on the dashboard. They look like the happiest family on earth. And now, they're probably stumbling around Wakefield, bodies decaying and limbs falling off. I can't help but think how they at least got to be a family. With a dog, even. At least they got to have a house. A real house. Not just some random place you get shipped to every year. A home. They had what I've always wanted. And now they're zombies. But at least for a while they had it. I was wrong. You know, I lied before. It's not all good. There are a lot of things in my life that I've missed out on. But they don't have much to do with Disney. I slammed the door shut. Enough thinking about family and home. Don't worry, I'm not going all soft on you. I'm still Mr. Jokey Monster Blaster. Sometimes, you know, emotions, man. I pull out a big empty Gatorade jug, unscrew the truck's gas cap, stick the jug beneath it, and the gas begins to flow. And that's when I hear the noise. A sort of soft growling. Hey there. I pull the Louisville slicer from its sheath as I slowly turn. Not sure what type of monster this is. I've never seen one like this before. It doesn't stink like death, which is nice. The monster growls again with more intensity. I take a slow step back, and then the monster charges. Aw crud, aw crud, aw crud, aw crud. I turn to run and pow! Slam into the side of the van. I hit the ground, and the next thing I know, the monster is leaping, pinning me. This is it. This is the end. I couldn't even last 2 months after the monster apocalypse. Some hero you are, Jack. The monster opens its mouth wide and... Hey! Monster, get off! You got dog breath, I say, laughing, as I manage to pull myself out from underneath the thing. Then it just sits there, big yellow tongue hanging out of its mouth, panting. Well, thanks for not eating me, pal, I say as I stuff the Gatorade bottle into my backpack. Much appreciated. I give the monster one final look, and then I begin the careful trek home. But the big ball of fur follows me. After 2 blocks, I stop and turn and yell, Hey! You gotta beat it! You're a monster! I'm a, non-monster! You can't follow me! But it doesn't work. Just, come on, you big, dumb, way too friendly monster, leave! Go home! Nothing. So I try speaking to him in monster. Still nothing. Look, it's like Romeo and Juliet, monster dude. We come from 2 different worlds. It'll never work. 10 minutes later, when I get back to the treehouse, he's still nipping at my heels. I push through the bushes and... Halt right there! Dude, relax. No, friend, you don't understand. There's a monster behind you. That's Quint, Captain Observant. Buddy, I know. He followed me home. Well, tell him to leave. I tried that. He doesn't understand English or my flawless monster speak. Well, how do you suggest we proceed? Quint asks. Well, don't shoot me, but he is friendly. I say we let him hang. We'll have him in for dinner. You think he likes Pringles? Jack, are you insane? Absolutely not. I'd love to study him and learn more, but it's too risky. Quint, I hear you telling me no, but I'm pretty sure your eyes are telling me yes. Jack, but look how cute he is. Quint glares and huffs and grumbles, but after a minute he goes back inside the treehouse. Guess that means he's cool with it, and I guess that means I now have a pet monster. I think I'll name him... Rover. I pull my list from my pocket and make a big happy check mark next to feet. Get an awesome pet. Alright, and that is the end of Chapter 6. Join us next time for Chapter 7. Until then, have a great day.